Hi, I am just about to step outside. I'm going to go shopping now, and then after shopping, I will sit down at a local coffee place for some breakfast. I have no makeup on, and I'm just wearing my usual sweaters. It's the autumn time, nothing special, but I just wanted to say, getting paid and getting my allowance from my husband on the same day feels like, girl, we hit the lottery. For those of you who think that I'm just some lazy housewife, let me surprise you. I work. A bitch works. I work for my coins. And today I just got paid. And my husband coincidentally sent my monthly allowance on the same day. So let's go for breakfast. Oh gosh, I look a mess, but who cares? I'm in the neighborhood. The suburban housewife strikes again. So I think I'll buy, I have like something, a bag where I can carry my groceries, but I think I'll buy a second basket. I have a basket that I normally go with to shop, but right now it has some candles inside. I bought a bunch of candles and I haven't emptied it, so I think I'll get another basket. Let's go. Suburbia, here I come. I am trying to decide on a basket. I believe I got everything that I came out here to get. Time to go back to the house. Oh gosh, if I make it there. Genau, darf ich ein Latte Macchiato haben und ein separate als kleine Espresso, also wie für zwei Leute. Latte Macchiato Espresso. Blöd. Ja, ich trinke immer so zwei.
Sag
Ach so,
Was?
Dante wollte gerade auch ein Latte, aber wurde vergessen. Haben wir eine?
Ah?
Europa. Shower. Okay. Moment.
Gut.
Was sagst du?
lives around for the better. Incels are typically defined as men who become hostile towards women as a direct result of not being able to attract them. And although there are no specific studies to determine how many incels there are across the globe of 1960, and grew up as part of a family of 5, and although his life at school was relatively average, things were not so functional at home.
Good morning. I have been meaning to make this video, but I keep on postponing. All through my life, and I hope there's someone who can relate to this, because the point of me sharing this is to maybe inspire and encourage you. All through my life, whether it be at school, if I joined a camping group, church, a new workplace, I will go in, I will be friendly, I will be, I don't know, God created me to be confident. I've never really been a shy person or like sitting alone in the corner. I've never been introverted. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I've always been a people's person, like an extrovert. I talk. This is why I have a YouTube channel, because I somehow had to put my thoughts out there. And like I keep on saying, I'm trying to create a community of thinkers, people who think philosophically. That's why I have this channel up. And if you like anything that you see or hear, do consider subscribing. And that's why I eventually found myself working in media back at home in Kenya. That's why I studied corporate communication, because communication involves talking, interacting. So these are more like careers for extroverts. And you know that introverts tend to choose IT, where they just sit in front of the computer and do, like, there's certain parts that people take that rhyme with their personality. So that's my personality. That's the way God created me. So I will go somewhere, I will interact with the people, you know, normally I'll be happy, I'll be friendly, I'll be joyful. Happiness and joy are two different things. Joy comes from the Lord. Happiness is something that can be found in this planet if you do the right things at the right time, treat people right, karma and all that. Happiness can be obtained here. But joy only comes from the heavens. Joy comes from the Lord. So if you're someone who prays, you will eventually get to a place where you say, I feel joyful. So I'll go somewhere feeling joyful, being happy to meet new people and so on and so forth. And then after some time, I will concentrate on what brought me there. So if it's like school, I thank God that I was always academically gifted. I did well in school. And I have also never been sloppy at work. Like when I concentrate on something, I will somehow end up leading that department. I will somehow, like, leadership follows me. Every single place I go, I'll go to camp, I'll meet other kids. And before you know it, or like what we call in Kenya, Sunday school, like church groups, before you know it, the pastor or head pastor or like the head of the camp is going like, Elizabeth, I need you to assist me. And somehow I'll be their assistant. Somehow they will give me some kind of responsibility where I'm in charge of the others. Leadership comes very naturally for me. I guess I get that from my dad. He was a local politician, nothing major, just in our local, where we lived, local area. You go somewhere and then you're all friendly and nice and courteous and respectful, but for you to like stand out, you have to concentrate. So I have this thing where I can really focus. I can really just block everything out and focus. Like if I have homework, I will block out, like as a kid I would block out going outside to play, being on my video games. Like I have the ability to block that all out and just focus on the task at hand. So because of that, you end up like doing well at whatever it is that you've, whether it's school, church, camp or work, whatever, you end up doing well. In Swahili we say ukiona vielea vimeundwa, which basically means if you see something performing well, somebody worked on that. Things just don't perform well. Somebody put in effort in that. So I will put in effort, and then at the end I will get good results. And so there's people who've always told me, oh, you think you're better than us. get that sentence a lot. Like, that's the story of my life. And that's why I want to share this with probably a woman who also gets told that a lot. Like, you came up in here, you rolled up in here, and you think you're better than us. I've been told that at school, I've been told that at church, at camp, at work, even though I did nothing but concentrate on what brought us there. Because at the end of the day, you have to prioritize, right? You have to have focus. You have to know, why am I here? It's not all fun and games. And being an adult, I tell people this all the time, adulting is not easy. At the end of the day, you have to know your priorities and arrange them accordingly. Take responsibility, be accountable. So just by being that way, and I guess I get it from Jesus, because I can't explain where I get it from. Just by being that way, I am told, you think you're better than the rest of us. And that's because the results are shiny, vyaelea, like we say in Swahili. But they forget that vimeundwa. Someone worked at that. I put effort into that. It did not just coincidentally happen. What I mean to say there is, if you see someone consistently getting good grades, not once, not twice, consistently getting good grades, they either concentrated in class, or in the privacy of their room, they locked themselves in there and studied for hours. Things just don't happen magically. Things don't poof and appear and then poof disappear. There was some effort. If you see someone consistently making more money than you, there is something they are doing. It does not just like happen, right? It doesn't just like poof appear and poof disappear. One day they're making good money, the next day the money is not there. And then if they are consistently getting good jobs, there is a reason behind it. We live in a universe where if you prepare, once the opportunity presents itself, success in whatever you are seeking is inevitable. So for instance, you've studied marketing. You've gone on the internet and you've researched what seminars happen where. So you can go there and network. You put yourself in positions where people will notice your talent. So like you contribute, you volunteer, people will remember your name. And then after some time, some kind of demand will come up and you will be able to supply. Being at the right place at the right time. These things don't just happen coincidentally. If you see someone consistently getting into leadership positions, there's something they did differently. It didn't just happen overnight. There's somewhere where they had a laser focus on something, like they focused. So it's not a trick, it's not magic, it's just something that I have proven throughout my life, that if you want something and you plan around it and you strategize, you will get it. If you see someone consistently getting visas, it's because they informed themselves. They went out there and did their research, and they knew how much money they need, what kinds of visas get you into what kinds of countries. I didn't just like coincidentally know about the Schengen visa, for instance, that I can just, go to EU nations, European Union nations as I wish. I didn't like these things. Somebody did research, somebody looked into it, people quietly put effort into them. That's what I'm trying to say there. Again, that's Swahili saying, ukiona vyaelea vimeundwa. Ukiona vyaelea vimeundwa. Something shiny, performing well, it's because it's been made. Kuundwa in Swahili. Somebody put effort into it. So it's not a coincidence. Anyways, back to the video. So I've had that experience. It's the story of my life where I will somehow get isolated and be told that I think I am better than the rest of the people. So yesterday, something very interesting happened. I don't want to mention the precise place. I don't want to mention the exact people, but like I was in the middle of people. Let's just put it that way, because these people stalk me. So I know that I don't want any issues where they say, you see, she mentioned that, So, I was in the middle of something with some people. And that thing came up again, where someone comments that, it's only because you think you're better than everybody else, right? That thing came up again. That has always come up throughout my life. Primary school, high school, church, camp, my first job, my last job. Like, oh, she just, I will be set apart. I will be isolated. I will somehow perform better, and because of that, I will be pointed at. I will somehow stop playing too much, like there's time for fun and games and there's time to focus, and I will be focused, I will be putting in effort, and then I will be told that I am stuck up, that I don't want to interact with the rest of people. For me, it's like, I'm here to work, and at the end of the day, I clock out and go home. I'm here to study. At the end of the day, I do my examinations, I perform well, and go home. Like, I've always known what is the priority here. I will be friendly, I will hang out with you people from time to time, but that's not the priority, right? If you go to work, your priority is not to make friends. I mean, if you make 1 or 2 friends, that's always a good thing, but your priority is to earn money, is to build something. You're there to either build a dream that you believe in that place, build an organization, earn yourself money, build yourself economically, build yourself mentally, learn things. You're not there to be besties with people. I mean, if it happens, then it happens, and that's fine, but that's not the priority. Like, I've always known my list, what is the priority, and I'm surprised a lot of people just don't know that. They don't know what brought them somewhere. At camp, what is the priority? In church, what is the priority? We are not here for ourselves. We are here for God. We are here to glorify God. So it's not about me and you and whether you join the choir group or you join this group. On that note, let me just say that there's a lot of politics in church. It's unbelievable. You think that you've seen office politics, or you wait until you join church groups. Then you will know what politics is. And I always wondered, like, isn't church the place where people, finally get along? People are not so competitive. People are not so jealous, because, I mean, that's the place where we're supposed to be led by the Holy Spirit. That's the place where we are supposed to use Christ, our Lord and Savior, as an example. But honey, churches have a lot of politics. That's why I make a distinction between Christians and Christianity, because they're not always the same thing. You join this group and that group, like, it's not about us. I've always just known why I am somewhere, and so I will be told, like, oh, she's stuck up, she thinks she's better than everybody. So that came up again in my life. I am so used to it. It came up yesterday, and then a chick who was seated to my here on my side, to my right side, she was seated there, and the person who was talking was seated somewhere in front of me somewhere, and there was other people as well. And so she was like, yeah, but the thing is, you think you're better. And then this chick who had been listening, she hadn't commented. The one on my right, she had not commented. She had not said anything throughout this argument and conversation and whatever. She was quiet. She was observing, like just somebody on the outside looking in. Finally, she had enough, and she was eating something. She put it down because we were in a place where we had to eat. It was, I don't want to get into details. I don't want to specify. But anyway, she was eating something. She put it down, and she was like, Sie glaubt nicht, dass sie ist besser. Du glaubst, dass sie ist besser. Basically, that is German for she doesn't think she's better than anyone. You're the one who thinks she's better. For me, that was the line that I have never had all through my life. Have you ever just had those profound, wise, groundbreaking, game-changing lines that open a part of your brain that has seemingly always been closed? Like, just her saying that, it was like a eureka moment, like, whoa, it took me aback. I was like, Sie glaubt nicht, dass sie ist besser. Du glaubst, dass sie ist besser. She's an Austrian lady. So she told the other ladies this. She told this lady who was, you know, people who are passive aggressive, they are attacking you but acting like it's just a conversation. So she told the lady who was attacking me, basically, she told her, Elizabeth doesn't think she's better than anybody. You're the one who thinks she's better. So this other lady goes like, huh? And she goes like, if you didn't think she was better, why did you bring it up? Why do you keep on bringing it up? And like, she changed my whole view of life, like with one sentence. There are people who are so intelligent, so wise, that with one sentence they can answer all the questions you ever had in your life. So all my life, when people said that, or when people brought that up, I could have told them, I don't think I'm better than you. You're the one who thinks I'm better than you. Think about that, guys. It's like a game changer. There are people who, because she has a point. Why do these people, if you're like me, you've always been told that, you've always been isolated, you've noticed it too. Step back and ask yourself, why do some people tell you that? They're the ones who think it. They're the ones who've seen you performing differently, who've seen your confidence, who've seen how you carry yourself, who've seen how you can, you know, be magnetic, like people are somehow drawn to you. They've seen your charisma, and then they tell themselves, she thinks she's better. No, you're thinking I'm better. You're thinking I'm better. Otherwise, why would you bring it up? Saying that was like, why did I never tell anybody that? So from yesterday, I am telling anybody who tries, because it's a strategy, it's a humbling tactic. They try to, make you less. Somebody has told me I'm too much. You're too much, Elizabeth. You fill up a room too much. What do you want me to do? Work on your own self-esteem, right? If you don't feel like, you can bring yourself up, you can bring your self-esteem up. Don't try to lower mine, right? It's like, girl, vibrate higher, because I'm not going to vibrate low. I'm sorry, I'm not coming down there. I'm staying on my throne, because if a queen leaves her throne, who will rule? Who will rule? I am not leaving my throne to address any peasants. There, I said it. So I thought to myself, oh my gosh, she has a point. People who tell you that, they're the ones bringing it up. She just put her chicken down and she was like, sie glaubt nicht, dass sie ist besser. Du glaubst, dass sie ist besser. And she was like, if you didn't think this, because the person tried to argue, if you didn't think this, why are you bringing it up? And then she put her chicken back in her mouth. One sentence said in the most unaware, she just said it quite casually, changed the view, the trajectory, the things that have been, it changed my whole view of the world. Like, I looked back, like, all those years, I could have told people that, I don't think I'm better than you, you're the one who thinks I'm better than you. That's why you're bringing it up. Now vibrate higher. So if you've suffered the same fate that I'm talking about, where people isolate you or tell you that you think you're better than them, tell them that. Tell them you don't think that you're better than anybody, because it's true. You're just being your best version. Tell them that they're the ones who think that. Thank you to that trick. Like, one sentence. Sometimes all it takes is one sentence. Eureka, eureka. A light bulb went on. So from today henceforth, if you watch this to the end, if somebody tells you, it's a humbling tactic, you think you're better than everybody else, you're just trying to show off, but tell them, I don't think I'm better than anybody. You're the one who thinks that I'm better than you. Ha! Holla! Holla! That's on period. Thank you for watching. If you liked anything, if you learned anything, do consider subscribing to this channel. Ciao. Have to go.